What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Choose or Die movie breakdown and review. The idea of cursed and having a cursed video game was actually pretty interesting to me and seemed like it might be a type of Black Mirror type of movie. Plus, I like Asa Butterfield, but the movie did end up seemingly like one of those really awful early to mid 2000s horror movies that don't really make a lot of sense. We open with Hal, played by Eddie Marsan, who I'm a big fan of. I think he's a really good actor. Unfortunately, he was little more than a tiny catalyst to the story and an underserved final boss, and he was wasted. Now, he's stuck in the 80s, well, in his head, and he finds a game, an old text-based adventure called Cursor, except it soon starts to create weird things in the house and bizarre things happen with his wife and son. We cut to Kayla, who works as a cleaner at a company called Kismet, which is important for the end of the movie, and she's friends with Isaac, who helps her learn to code in exchange for old tech she finds. Is it me, or would Asa have made a good Peter Parker? Sadly, her life isn't that good, as her mother is a drug addict, and finding the deaths of her brother hard, well, yeah, it's all difficult for her life there. Her mother is coerced into sex work by their landlord, and other awful things happen. And it's here when Kayla finds a game and competition to win $125,000. And her and Isaac team up, as well, he's really good at games. Soon, the same thing happens to her as Hal when the game controls real life. And I think that this could have been used a lot better here. And Isaac is skeptical of it as the game takes control of her mother, leading her to fall out of a hospital. Now, the pair eventually find a code in the game that is cursed and hack the game to find hidden details in it, just like people did with the dial-up games back in the day. Now, the prize number being hacked reveals a place where the game was created, and they see video diaries of the game's creator and him discussing the game. The curse in the game allows the game's winner to benefit from the suffering of others who the game leads you to hurt. I thought this was actually a clever idea, but it wasn't really explored that well, but based on the ending, we could get a sequel. It did remind me of Archive 81, which was sadly cancelled. However, the game takes control of Isaac and forces Kayla to relive the memory of her brother drowning. She's forced to try and save him, but, well, he dies anyway, probably a punishment for cheating. She then heads towards the boss, who it turns out is Hal. Now, he was spared by the game under the condition he makes more copies of the game, and has been torturing his family ever since. It's hinted that his family do look down on him, and that's probably why he started doing this. They are forced to fight with their pain being reversed, but ultimately Hal is killed and his family are free from torture. She then hacks the game and uses the power of the curse to get revenge on her landlord, and we get a call from the game's creator, who is still alive and working at a company called Kismet, the same company that Kayla actually worked for. Now, that's interesting because Kismet kind of means fate, so it is fate that Kayla did work, and I don't think it is a happy or unhappy accident that she did find the game. So I think that what's happened here is that she was chosen for some reason by Beck to become the new game's boss, and she hints that she's going to use this as some sort of vigilante style thing that's going on. She's only going to hurt people who deserve it. Whereas it seemed like Beck didn't really care and Hal just tortured his family. So she's using this curse for good. Now, that was actually more interesting. The ending was way more interesting than the rest of the movie, which was largely forgettable and boring, but the idea was good nonetheless. But that is it for this video. Let me know what you thought of the movie down below in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like if you enjoyed it. Just a short one here because the movie was really short, which I appreciate. I'm off to see The Northman tonight, and I'll bring you a Northman video soon, whenever I upload this, I'm not sure. But I'll see you soon, and goodbye.